Hello everyone, how are you doing? Today we are going to see the book review of this novel, Walk the Wire by David Baldacci. David Baldacci novels are itself a pleasure to read because it's fact-filled, knowledgeable, with lot of informations and have many twists. Recently I was reading some non-fiction books and suddenly I had an urge to read some action crime thriller novels. The first choice which came to my mind is the Amos Decker series by David Baldacci. Amos Decker, the lead character, is a very interesting personality. He has his personal troubles, and his personality itself is a unique personality. So I took this novel and I really enjoyed it. The story happens in the US state, North Dakota. North Dakota itself has a lot of badlands and drylands. You can see it in the cover photo that Amos Decker and Alex Jamieson are inside North Dakota, and you can see the mining equipments in the background in the cover photo. The cover photo of a book is very important. You can guess some storyline by just seeing the cover photo. I like this cover photo. North Dakota has many national parks. The most famous is the Theodore Roosevelt National Park. I think the past president had went there for his hunting expedition, and that's the name. It also has a lot of resources and lot of oil in that area. So many companies are there extracting oil from this land. It has extreme weather and it's near Montana. I think I read about Montana in Jack Reacher's series, the second novel, Die Trying. The story itself a very complicated story. The author has stuffed that complicated story in this 600-page book. If this story was written by Robert Galbraith or Ken Follett, I think it should have been around 1,000 pages. Since the author has stuffed this complicated story in this small pages, it's very interesting to read and it's also fast paced. The first scene itself is a murder scene. So, the first chapter itself, the story is going very fast paced. FBI agent Amos Decker comes to North Dakota in a town called London to investigate the murder of a woman called Irene Kramer, who has been autopsied and thrown away in the wilderness. And that region also has a military installation. There are a lot of secrets which is revolving around this military installation. And at the same time, there are two businessmen in this region called London, and the story also goes into the personal background of these two businessmen. In one stage, Amos Decker stumbles upon a different investigation. Things got very complicated and got connected together. At last, he succeeded in solving both the cases. And there was another story around that military installation, which also got uncovered by another agent called Robbie in a separate storyline. So, different storylines, and it got complicated in a very different web, and Amos Decker was inside the center like a spider, and at last he succeeded in uncovering all the mysteries. I don't want to spoil the storyline because the storyline is very complicated, and since it is complicated and the author has stuffed that story in this 600 page, the story is very fast paced to read. The character development is not also up to the mark. If you want to read a fast paced crime thriller, I think definitely you should go for this novel. I will give a rating of 4 out of 5 for this novel. I will see you in the next video. Till that, take care.